In this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly what the functions are for your equipment and tools when it comes to cutting your own hair. So I have everything laid out right here, and I just want to go over what each piece of equipment and tool is used for. Okay, so some of you guys might not know, maybe you're a beginner and you're not very familiar with what these tools are. So this here is a clipper. It's a cordless clipper, and it also comes with a adjustable lever. Okay, this is exactly the type of clipper that you need. This is by Chemi. You can get this off Amazon for about $40. And so what a clipper is typically used for, you can use it for many things. You can use it for a buzz cut, right? You use it for fading, you use it for just debulking in general. You can also use it to shave your chest or your legs or your arms. So it's really good for body grooming as well. But for the most part, this is going to be the bad boy that you use for giving yourself fades and just majority of your haircuts. All right, so you can give yourself buzz cuts, give yourself nice fades, etc. And of course, you need a clipper with a lever. And you'll notice I say this a million times throughout the program. It must have an adjustable lever. Don't get a clipper that doesn't have one of these. All right, and then again, make sure that it's cordless too. You don't want to have a corded clipper because they get extremely hot in your hand and hot to the touch. So that becomes a problem. Next thing is your trimmer. Typically, the trimmer is mainly used for getting down as close to skin as possible. You'll see this a lot with like skin fades and really close fades. The trimmers are also excellent for doing your mustache, doing your beard, creating designs, giving yourself a nice lineup on your forehead, going around your C cup, doing your neck as well. The trimmers are going to be used for lineups and just getting really close down to the skin. You can also, of course, like I said, use them for skin fades and debulk and use them just like you would with the clippers. So trimmers and clippers, very useful, very helpful tools to have. So obviously we all know what scissors are and what they're used for. We use them to cut, of course, the length on top, or if you've got longer hair on the sides, you can blend them in using these. Or you can point cut, right? You can point cut like this to add texture to your hair as well. So not only can you cut like normal just to even everything out, but you can also point cut and texturize as well. So then we move over to the thinning shears, which, as you guys may or may not know, I love these things. This is such an awesome tool to have right here for blending. It helps remove hard lines. It's very good for blending in the hair from your fade into the length on top. So it just blends everything really well together. It thins out the hair, so it does exactly what it says it does. It thins everything out. So right here you can see there's a lot of little micro lines going through where there's gaps right in here. Typically when you're cutting, it only cuts about 30% of the hair. So it's really good. These are very safe. You don't have to worry about hurting yourself with these. These scissors, very sharp, and I've cut myself multiple times on accident, of course, with these. So be very careful with these. The thinning shears are very safe. These are probably like the best tool that I have for blending. So when it comes to removing any hard lines or just blending the fade to the hair on top, thinning shears are always my go-to tool for blending. You guys obviously know you're gonna need a comb. These will most likely come with your scissor kit. Sometimes the clippers or the trimmers even come with combs as well, and you probably have like 100 of them at your house already. The next tool I have here is this little scissor here. Typically I use this little scissor for like my mustache. I use it for my eyebrows. I'll clean up a little bit by my hairline as well. I'll clean my nose hairs, right? I'll trim any excess nose hairs. This isn't so much for self hair cutting, but it's definitely a really good tool to have that's really cheap for your facial grooming. Next, of course, we all have tweezers. I don't really need to say much about these, but this just plucks any excess hairs that you don't need. Next are your brushes, all right? This is a neck duster, and this is a fade brush, right? This is very good for brushing down your hair while you're fading in. So you'll typically have something like this where you'll be having the clipper in one hand, the brush in the other. You'll brush everything down and you'll cut. You'll brush it down and you'll cut. Brush it down and you'll cut, right? You'll typically see a lot of barbers use that type of technique. I also like to use the fade brush as a way to really get in between the blades for the clippers and trimmers when I'm cleaning them. So you'll see me all the time use this fade brush to clean when I'm finished the haircut, just to get rid of all that hair, because of course I want to make sure that these bad boys last me for many years. So I got to keep all that hair out of the blades. And the neck duster is really good for just removing a lot of hair in bulk. So if I've got a lot of hair on my clipper, I'll use the neck duster to brush it all off. Typically when I'm cutting my hair, I'll use the brush to sweep the hair off the vanity and into the sink. And then I'll smack my arm, I'll clean my hands with it as well. I'll brush all the hair off of my shirt to keep everything clean, right? Just go to town so that I'm feeling good throughout the haircut and nothing's like agitating me. Because when you've got hair all over your hands, on your arms and your shirt, you get itchy, you start to get agitated, and you really want to limit any type of, things that could, mess up your focus while you're cutting hair. And using the brush to just clean yourself, for 15 seconds, just clean yourself real quick in between each guideline. I love the brush for that. The next tool is duck clips, all right? Duck clips are really good, especially if you like to have those longer hairstyles on top. So right now, what I would do for me is I could use the duck clips to just separate the longer length on top to the shorter length on the sides and back of my head. And so the duck clips are really useful for making sure that you don't cut into the length on top by accident, right? You don't want to make any mistakes. So duck clips, these are really good duck clips. I'll show you guys where you can get them in a separate video, but really strong, really powerful, and they have all of these little grooves that really do grip onto your hair, and you're not going to make any mistakes cutting the longer length on top when you don't want to. So these things are really, really good, especially if you're a beginner and you don't really have as much hand-eye coordination and skill holding a clipper in your hand while you're cutting your hair. The next thing is a piece of equipment that is 1000% necessary every single month, at least every 1, 2, or 3 haircuts. I spray my clippers and trimmers with Andis Cool Care Plus. It's a 5-in-1 coolant and disinfectant. It's also a lubricant. It prevents rust, and then it also is a cleaner for your tools, all right? Andis is a brand that also makes clippers and trimmers, so that's why they're over here doing it big, and I think it's only like $13 or $15. You can get this big can. This thing right here has lasted me over 2 years, and it's like 50% full. So I've only used about half of it in 2 years. So this thing lasts a long time. For the $13, $15 investment, amazing. Just make sure you use it every single month. Spray it liberally on your clippers and trimmers so that it prolongs the longevity and the lifetime of your tools. All right, amazing product. And then lastly here we have the guards. All right, your clipper guards are your lifeline, right? This is how you cut your own hair. So typically whenever you buy clippers, they'll come with its own set of guards, right? These are the wall color guards. I've had these since, I don't even know, over 10 years I've had these clipper guards. The one thing you guys will need to make sure, and I know I mentioned this in other videos as well, make sure you have a half guard and a 1.5 guard with the clippers before you buy your clippers, all right? So make sure, let's say you're buying the Chemi clippers. I'm pretty sure they have a half guard and a 1.5 guard, but just double check before you check out and buy them that they have the half and the 1.5 guard, because not every clipper that you can buy online or in stores has these 2 guards. So you would have to buy them separately. And so we want to avoid that. So the guards, you can use them for practically anything. Honestly, I use them for fading my beard. So, you guys can see in another video, I cut my beard, I blended in the sideburns, cleaned up the chin, I cut the hair around my mustache. If you're into that stuff, you can clean up your arms, your chest, your legs, your beard. They're gonna be mostly used, I hope, for self haircuts, but you can use them for, you know, practically anything that just involves cutting hair in general. So everything that was spoken in this video is pretty much general knowledge, but just in case you guys aren't really sure what each tool is used for and all of the tools that you need, I mean, everything that I showed you in this video is pretty much all you need to cut your hair and to groom your face. All right, if you've got a beard, it's all you need to give yourself a haircut and to groom yourself, and then your chest and wherever else, right? That's all you need, all of these tools. So that is every single piece of equipment and tool that you need to cut your own hair and their functions.